All right, guys. For those of you who have been watching the shorts, I've been kind of diving in on how to actually start your cave structure, base build, whatever you would like to call it, the hallway, the grand entrance, and what to do with your palette a bit, and the different ways of adding detail. And I thought I'd do a little bit longer of a video, kind of showing you this a bit and where I started from where I'm at. So you guys have kind of seen this a bit in my shorts. If you haven't, here it is. I pretty much started with the spruce, and then I kind of shaved it down so it was smooth and not with its actual textures there. These steps here help create the arch a bit. Then when I kind of have like a little entrance area here, like the actual main structure entrance is what I call it. Then you get into the hallway, and I kind of pushed it back a bit, add a little depth, create little layers here. Still using all spruce stuff, keep that texture going, same blocks. But it also adds some little bit of depth in the ceiling and in the walls, a little bit of design in there. Also helps with the actual support look of it all, makes it look very strong and held up. The bricks on the bottom here kind of smoothly transition the wood to the white. As well as I used, I forgot what this is called here, what block that is, granite or something like that, diorite. I think this is granite and this is diorite. I don't know. But that kind of helps also transition a bit of dark and grays and from the brown and reds and all that stuff into the quartz blocks. Um, the quartz kind of helps bring the light from the outside inside, so it's not as dark looking inside here. It keeps the life going through, especially with the floor. A bit of the carpets from the moss, some grass spots, or just moss block spots, as well as some paths. And I kept the stones going through with the little buttons used as pebbles. So you got to kind of think of how to create layers on the floor, going down a few pixels with these paths, coming up a few pixels with the carpets, using some grass here and there, really helps keep the texture going and makes it look really nice in here. You can do that with all types of blocks, not only this here too. So slabs and steps can add little pieces missing in the floor. But yeah, and I also did it to the ceiling with the spruce, and I think there's oak wood up there as well. Yeah, some oak wood. That adds texture to the wall, so it's not just one color in the wall and one block pattern in the wall. Um, and then I kept the support going through, especially with this here. So the support going across, and then there's support going up with the chains. So everything just feels strong and sturdy. Then I went ahead and used some of the sides, not to keep it like this with the iron bars, but to use some of them as storage for blocks that correspond with what this is for. This is pretty much my village area. This is the story of the whole entire uh, kingdom that I was building and will continue to build at one point. And this is the magical floating island of emeralds, kind of coming through here that came out of the ground. And they worship this. They worship the emeralds. There's the dark hallway over here, not even finished. Still got a lot to do in here. If I go further down, you kind of see that there's not that much detail going on. Lots of withers died. And then on the other side is actually the library. Now, this here was a pain. I had to dig out so much stone, and figuring out what I'm going to do with the ceiling was difficult too. But I think I did a good job. I put detail in the walls and everything like that, and in the ceiling, but it wasn't overly detailed. It was just enough to fill the space. Then this library, massive library here. Different ways you could go, this way, that way. I think there's even this way and that way. There are hallways, stairs going up, hallways with villagers. As you can see, I still got stuff here that I'm using to actually still build. And here are the villagers that I'm trading with to get certain things. I'm trying to figure out how I get up. It's been a while since I've been on this world, and I feel like I'm not going the right way. Okay, I found it. It was to the other side of the front. Yeah, so you get up here, you got some floating stuff going on up there, a little chandelier, some picture frames, and I think there is like a secret entrance somewhere. I think it's that one. I think that's a secret entrance there. But I'm not gonna risk it because this is hardcore, as you can see, and I haven't died yet. So we're not gonna risk getting killed already. I feel like, yeah, there's this other direction we can go to get up here and go to this side. And our fish tank is over here with our beautiful fish that were dying every time. And we figured out a way to keep them safe. But yeah, fish is there. We got fishes over here. We got our little dragon rug from when we slayed the dragon. We were gonna build a TV, but it looks like we didn't get that done yet. I had to figure out what that was gonna look like. And so this is how you should be doing things. It's very detailed. Um, Leave room for improvement. You finish the build, go back a little bit later when your mind is cleared, look at it and say, okay, what can I add? Because I always go through this and I would always add some more things or change some things. Leave room for improvement. You're not perfect. There's always things that you can change and improve on. Something I showed at the end of the other short was this area. This is my enchantment area. I kept it dark, but still lit enough to where nothing would spawn here. Leave like I had some enchantment juice kind of flowing through here. It's a really cool little effect. And then you get in here and boom, you can do some enchantments without being affected by the candles. And I always get stuck here. And then some other little huts that don't have anything in there. Um, but yeah, this is my first hallway that I ever did. When I first got this world and we were doing it, this is what I started with. This is what I'm talking about. It's plain, it's flat, there's not much going on. You really need more blocks here. There's not much excitement. And this is what I'm talking about with the floor. You can add little ups and downs, but you need to add some other things here. So this is still a bit flat. There's not much going on. So, and the colors, it's plain, it's a little sad, it's dark. You need to add some more to this. Um, and yeah, so this is this part here. This is the main living space before I built the other one. And then we move over to our storage area over here. Pretty large area. We were gonna do it automatic sorting, but it was issues with that. So I said, you know what? I'm just gonna do it myself. I don't mind manual storage. It's okay. We also have our farm here, double iron farm. Produces a lot of iron and a lot of flowers. So yeah, that's that part. And then we have over here where our other farms are. We'll see in a second. We got this farm here for cactus, this farm for sugarcane. There's three different pods for the sugarcane. And then we got our pumpkins and melons over here. And then our bee farm for all our honey. And I believe if we go down here somewhere, I see, oh, here it is. Go down here, we have this. This I think it's skeletons or zombies that fall. And yeah, it creates this for us. And we have an unlimited supply of this pretty much. It just keeps making them and making them and making them, which is awesome. Um, Use that during builds. They twinkle like stars and stuff and glow a little bit. So this is where I started. We are going to finish this and add a lot of detail to this. So stay tuned on this channel. We have some live streams on this and on Twitch. But you want your stuff to look like this. brainstorm, pick your block palettes, whether it's gonna be earthy like this or you're gonna be a bit dark and mysterious, you know. Try to find ways of adding textures, adding depth, whether it be pushing a wall back and slowly bringing it in, or using blocks like this with the gates and the fences and buttons, and just spice it up a bit. Don't stay to what's comfortable to you. Try to go outside of comfort and figure out exactly how to bring your builds to life, because I know you can do it. I started at one point like that, and now here I am. And I'm just trying to share some of that knowledge with you guys. If you found this video helpful and you really enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, comment, let me know how your builds go, maybe even tag me in it or share that video with us. Um, and I would love to see how you guys, come out with your builds. I'm definitely excited to see all that. Make sure you subscribe too so you can get more awesome videos like this. Take care, guys.